Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Millie, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. On this channel, I talk about knitting and crochet. I share works in progress, finished objects, yarn hauls, and I also have a few knitting tutorials that I have added. But today I have one finished object and 3 works in progress to share with you. And I have been doing a lot of knitting, but I haven't been able to record much because this is the busiest time, I guess, for me. This being the holiday season, and there's so much going on at work, there's so much going on at home, and I haven't been able to update you guys on what I've been doing. But today I have a quick update, and I'm going to share what I have finished and also what I am working on. And I have made good progress on some of the whips that I showed you last time. And I've also finished one of the whips that I showed you I think I've showed you this several times as a whip, but I finally finished my second ranunculus. And if you don't know what a ranunculus is, it's one of the most popular, I would say, or among the most popular projects knitted on Ravelry. And this is what it looks like. This is the pattern page, and you can buy these on Ravelry. And the pattern is it was designed it was published in 2017 by the designer's name is Midori Hiroshi, and it's been knitted a lot of times, and most people that have knitted it multiple times. So if this is your first time hearing about the ranunculus, I think in my own recommendation, like my own personal recommendation, is give it a try and see how, if you're a knitter, give it a try and see what you feel about it. Because the first time I saw this pattern, I was reluctant. I wasn't attracted to it, but then it kept coming up on YouTube. It kept coming up on Ravelry as on the favorites page. And so I decided to finally give it a try, and I am so glad I did. I think I found a staple that I'm going to be knitting for myself, and also I plan to knit some for my friends and my family. Mostly my daughter, I plan to knit her one, and then I don't know who else, but it's one of those patterns that is so fun to work on. At least it is so fun for me to work on that I'm sure that I'm gonna work on it again, or I know that I'm gonna make another one and another one. So this is the finished ranunculus, which I started sometime in November. And when I cast this on, I was targeting to have it finished by my birthday, which is the first week of November. And what happened was the very first ranunculus I knitted early in the year, I knitted a size 2, and it fits me well, but it's a little snug. But I like the fit of that one. But then I decided that I wanted an extra large one, and so I decided to go up a size. But then I knitted on it, and I separated for the sleeves. And when I tried it on, it was a little tighter than I wanted. And so I had to frog back all that work and then cast on for a size 4. And so I didn't make my deadline, which was supposed to be like November 2nd, which is my birthday. And so I decided that I was going to have it finished by Christmas. And I am way ahead of the target that I had set for myself. So I'm so happy. I finished it, I think, earlier last week, and I just need to, I've woven in the ends, but I haven't cut off these tails, and I also need to block it, and then I'll be ready to wear it. I think I'm gonna wear it to church on the 22nd, because I think we are having a Christmas lunch. So I'm gonna wear it to church, and that is what it looks like. And this is not really red. When I went to buy the yarn, I was looking for a red, but this was the closest they had to red, and this color is called spicy orange. It looks red, and then if you depending on what angle you look at it, it kind of looks orange red. But I love red in whatever shade, so I am happy with it, and I can't wait to wear it. So the yarn that I used for this is the Sandness Garn line, which is 53% cotton and 33% viscose and 14% linen. So this is the ball of yarn that's left. So I bought 5 because initially I was gonna make a long sleeve, but then because I frogged it and cast on again, I was so tired. As soon as I got the sleeves to like short sleeves, they're gonna be about here, I was done. And so that means I have this rogue yarn, ball of yarn, which I don't know what to do with this because I don't want to make a hat with it because it's cotton and linen. So I'll just put it in my stash. Maybe I'll make a striped t-shirt somewhere down the line, and maybe just buy other colors and stripe it. But that's what it looks like, and as soon as I block it and take some pictures, I'll share those with you. So next I'm gonna show you some of my whips, which I have a lot of whips, which is probably why I haven't been able to finish much, because I'm working on different projects at the same time, which I think every knitter or everyone who crochets or sews does that a lot. I just don't know how not to have multiple projects. So the second one I'm gonna show you is another cardigan. I actually have a cardigan and I have a pullover. So I'm going to show you the cardigan first because I'm almost done with it. I have separated for the sleeves. I just need to pick up the sleeves and knit the button band, and then I'll be done. So let me, and this is a pattern by Petite Knit. It's the Champagne cardigan. And this is the second time I am knitting a pattern by Petite Knit. The first pattern I knitted was the Anchors Tee. Is it the Anchors Tee or Anchors Summer Shirt? One of those. Sometimes I get them confused because one is out of a DK weight and the other one is out of a fingering weight. I knitted the one that is out of a DK weight, and I think that is the summer shirt, and the one out of a fingering weight is a summer tee. But this is the pattern, the Champagne cardigan by Petite Knit, and it's just plain stockinette. And I think that the details are in the sleeves and the button band, because the button band is a double knitted button band. And so this is how much progress I have made on this one, and that's what it looks like. And that's the shoulder increases look like that. Let me see if I can bring it closer to you. So that's where some of the details are, because this is just plain stockinette. And so my plan is to pick up the sleeves. I'm either gonna pick up the sleeves first or do the button band, because I've read other people's notes and the button band is a little bit involving. And since I have never done that kind of button band, I think I'm just gonna knit it and get it over with, so that I'll be left with something that I can work mindlessly, especially because I know that I'm not gonna be done with this. Probably I'm not gonna finish it this year. So I want to be able to knit when I have company. And so I think I'll do the button bed first, and then after that, I'll pick up the sleeves, because the sleeves are just straight up stockinette, plain, and just, I'm not gonna say boring, but I call it mindless knitting. They make good TV knitting. So that's what I'm gonna do. So work on the button bud and then pick up the sleeves. And if I have company, then I can knit on them without worrying about paying attention or messing up. And for this cardigan, I am using another Sandness Garn line yarn, and that's what it is. And this one is the Sandness Garn Duo. And this is a 50 grams ball of yarn. And the yarn content here is 55% merino, and then 45% cotton. And it feels really, really nice and soft, and the stitch definition looks amazing. So and this color is, it's a navy blue, but on the label it's called marine. And there's usually about 120, either 120 or 125 yards in here, because it's in meters, and in meters it's 115 meters. So I hope that I have enough to finish this, because it's a big cardigan, so it's a large, I think I made the large size, or either the large or the medium. So I think I have plenty. I might have some somewhere else, but I hope I have enough. That's why I want to start with the button bud, and then if I kind of run out, I can make it 3/4. But I don't think I'll run out. I think I'll have enough. So that is the second, or that is the first whip that I have. And then I have this whip that is really, really taking up all my time. But I am so happy with it, and I am so much enjoying working on this, and I think that is why it's taking a lot of time, because this is the first color work I am doing, and this is what it looks like. So that is what it looks like. I separated for the sleeves last night, and I made a bunch of modifications for myself, because somehow all the garments that I'm loving on Ravelry end up being oversized. And I don't like oversized, because I don't look good in oversized. And so I was determined to knit this one, because I've had it in my wish list, or I've had it on my queue for a very, very long time, since it was published. And it was published, let me see. This was published in 2018. And this is the pattern. It's called the Tecumseh, and it's by Caitlin Hunter. So look at how beautiful that is. And when I went to buy the yarn, I was gonna go and duplicate this. And then I thought about how wearable is that gonna be for my wardrobe. And that is why I went with the darker color, because that is more neutral for me, and it's gonna it fits my wardrobe better. But this is the first time that I'm knitting a color work. I might have made one way back when I was in college, but I've never done something as intricate as this, or something as detailed as this. So I'm kind of having to remember how to carry the yarn and all that. And it's a slow progress, but I came up with my own method of reading the chart, and it's been working so far. So, and also my floats are like not uniform, but I prefer to have shorter floats. But I think that is a learning process for me because this is the first time I'm doing a color work in such a long time. So, but I love this sweater so much, and I love the way it feels, and the yarn I chose feels really, really good. And I am using Berroco Vintage, which is this is the yarn that I'm using. And I have this color, which is like a light cream or like an ivory color. And then I have this light pink. And then this one is charcoal gray, because I was looking for a neutral project, but I was also looking for a dark main color, but not a black, because I have so many black sweaters. So I was trying to kind of get out of my comfort zone, but not go too far. So this yarn knits really, really well. I love the feel of it. And I also love the price point for this because it's not that expensive, and the content is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, 8% nylon, and it feels really soft. Like you can feel the wool in it, and that makes it so smooth to knit with. So I can say that this is one of my most enjoyable projects right now, but it's also very intricate, so I'm having to wait until I get home and I don't have any distractions, because I have to count the stitches and make sure that I don't mess up anything. Because this, if you mess up color work, then I can imagine I don't want to have to rip out anything. But this is also very, very much oversized, because I think let me see, I think, so the sweater is designed to be worn with 10 to 14 inches of positive ease. So that's really big. And so when I cast on for the small one. All the sizes start from extra small, and then small, medium, large, extra large, 2X and 3X. So I cast on for the small size, which is where I would typically fit, but it was still large. When I tried it on, when I knit up to the yoke up to here and I tried it on, it was too big and I had not separated the sleeves. So I was like when I tried it on, I was over here and the sleeves were still not separated, and I had to do like one more repeat of the color work and then separate for the sleeves. And I knew if I follow that, then my sleeves are going to be like somewhere here, and I want to be able to wear these to work. You know, I want it to fit better than I don't want it to be oversized. And so what I decided to do was stop and look through the pattern and see how many stitches I have and all that. And I did a little bit of math, and then I separated it way earlier than the pattern says. And so I think this should work for me, but I am going to go and try it on, and fingers crossed that I did it at the right spot, because I can imagine going back and doing the math again and, you know, frogging and all that. But I was scrolling through other people's projects and I noticed that some people did exactly what I did. And I was looking through the projects that seem to fit more snag than than extra large. And so when I looked through those and I zoomed in on their pictures, I think they separated the sleeves at the same spot that I did. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm gonna go try it on and hope that it landed in the right spot. But this is I'm hoping that I can be done. I don't think I'm gonna finish this by the end of the year either, but I'm hoping that I can be done with it early January. And it's mostly because this color work is a little bit detailed, and so it's taking more time to work through the second chart. But it's all good. I love it and I'm enjoying myself, and I'm already looking at the other color works that I have saved on my wish list, but this is my priority right now. But I also love this yarn so much that I'm gonna go back and buy some more to make the next project, because it's within it's a good, I think it goes for less than $10, and that's a good price point for me. And it has some acrylic, so that means that I won't be worried too much about the sweater growing too much, which is typically what happens with wool garments. And so that is one of the reasons why I'm gonna go back and see what other color I can buy. But it's also available in multiple colors, so there's a good variety to choose from. And then I have another whip that has been a whip for too long, and it kind of got pushed to the back, but I picked it up again, and it's a pair of socks. And I think I showed you this finished one in a previous video, but I have made progress on the second one, and this is how much I have done. And I've started increasing for the heel, and my goal is to finish this in the next 1 week, or probably faster than that, so that I can cast on a pair of socks for Christmas. I've never knitted socks for myself for Christmas, but I was looking online and I saw some beautiful yarns that are Christmas colors. But then I decided to go look in my stash before buying and check and see if I have anything that would work for a Christmas color. And so I found some yarn in my stash, and this is what I found. And I think these two would make a good combo for Christmas. And this one is an old yarn from Knit Picks. It's the straw fingering they had painted. And I've had this in my stash for so long, but it has the green, it has some red, even though it's not the Christmas red. But since I'm not really doing anything with it, like I haven't really a project in mind, even though I bought it to knit some socks, but I never knitted the socks. So it's been sitting in my stash, and then I found this red one, and I think that if I pair them, I can either stripe them or use these for the heels. Then I can make some socks that would look like Christmas socks. But that's just depending on whether I will finish this or not, because this has been on my needles for too long. And so I decided that I'm not gonna cast on another pair of socks until I am done with this one. So that is the motivation I am giving myself. So work on this one before casting on a new pair of socks. I mean a new pair of socks. And so that would be motivation enough for me to go ahead and finish. But I think I only have like 3 days of work left on this. And that is in the evening when I get home from work. I think I can finish it in 3 evenings. But also if I take it to work and knit on it during my lunch hour, then it will even go faster. But as soon as I'm done with the heel area, it's just gonna be straight up stockinette. And then the cuff is 2x2 ribbing, and so that should go really fast. And so that is how I am motivating myself. So finish this before I cast on something new. And that something new is going to be these Christmas socks. Hopefully I'll be able to do it so that I can wear them on Christmas. But that will remain to be seen. So that is all I have for you today. And I hope that you are enjoying this holiday season and you are enjoying your making process. And if you're knitting gifts or crocheting gifts for your family and friends, I hope that everything is working out well for you. So until next time, happy knitting!